What is up, Flockers? That is my fellow Lockers and aspiring Lockers. In today's video, I'm going to do my best at attempting to show you a close-up of how to flat twist your locks. So if you want to see that, stick around. All right, y'all, so I've done several styles on my channel, and if you have not seen the different lock styles that I've done, make sure to check out my lock styles playlist. But I wanted to go back and kind of go through some of the styles again and give a more close-up, in-depth look, because I realized that for things that I might think are simple, or I thought that I was doing them and explaining them well, I realized that I'm not always explaining well or showing well how to do them. I'm more showing that I can do it or showing the style. So I wanted to take some time just to be a little bit more in-depth in showing it. So I'm gonna do my best. Like I said, it's hard to do a style and exactly show close up, but we are going to do our best. So we've got our little ooh, y'all saw them smudges. We got our little mirror here that is murky and dirty, so that I can try to see what I'm doing. I forgot to bring the table to set it on, so it's just in my lap. All right, I've also got an elastic band, a couple of those that I'm going to use, and possibly this butterfly clip. It just depends, we'll see. The first thing I always do is I'm going to section off my hair and just have the part that I want for the flat twist. All right, so this is the part where you can be creative and, you know, do you want a really thin flat twist with just like one row of locks? Do you want a thicker flat twist? For the purposes of this video, I'm going to probably do 2 rows of locks here just to make it a little bit more visible. But, you know, like I said, you can do a 1 row if you want to. All right, so I'm just gonna, like I said, kind of section that off. And this always works best when you have a fresh retie to be able to see, but it doesn't matter. You don't need a fresh retie to rock flat twist. Okay, so when you're flat twisting, your objective is to keep your hair, just like with cornrowing or anything else, as close to your scalp as possible without pulling the life out of it. I'm gonna try to do this without my fingers being in the way the whole time. So I'm taking the first lock and the second lock, and it's just that, you're just twisting. If you can 2-strand twist, then you can flat twist. It's just flat twisting, or sorry, 2-strand twisting going back. So in the same sense, I'm taking my front one and I'm putting it on top of the second one, all right? And then I'm not pulling super tight, but I'm keeping it close to my scalp. And you could just roll, but it's not gonna give you as neat of a look if you just roll it. So that's why I'm doing it like this, all right? So then the same way that you would do it if you were cornrowing, as you go back, you kind of pick up 1 or 2 on the way, all right? And you keep the tension going backwards as you're pulling. So you're pulling, okay? And every time you go back, you add another lock to it, right? And I'm going under, but you can do over. It just depends on which way you want the locks to lay. All right, this is really, like I said, difficult when you're trying to show, but keep your hands out of the way. All right, so again, we're going back, picking up just about 1 lock every time. You can pick up more if you want. The fewer locks that you pick up, the thinner it will stay. If you're picking up 3 or 4 locks, it's gonna be thicker on your way back. But yeah, and then you just decide how far you wanna go back. Are you going all the way to the end, or are you just going halfway back? Okay, see? So we're just twisting. We're creating a 2-strand twist that is flush to our scalp, or at least as close to flush as possible. All right, so then at that point, I can go ahead and take that all the way down to the bottom, 2-strand twist it to the bottom, and I might not even need, we'll see, if I twist it to the bottom, I might not even need to use a rubber band. I prefer not to use rubber bands, just because I feel like rubber bands are not great for my color treated ends. All right, so if I twist it all the way, I don't know though, it's kind of thick, so it might not stay. We'll see. Will it stay? It'll stay. All right. All right, so let me just do one more for you, just so you can see that one more time. So again, I'm going to part. If you like to have straight parts, then make sure that you go in and you part it the way that you want it to, so that it looks exactly how you want it to look. Let's see. This one, I will do a smaller one. Instead of doing 2 layers or 2 rows of locks, I'll just do one. Okay, so same thing. Let me see if I can shine a little bit more light on this situation. Haha, pun intended. All right, so again, taking that first lock and find the second one, and we are literally 2-strand twisting it, but just backwards. All right, and as we go back, we find more locks, and we just continue with that same pattern going back, twisting it and adding more locks in as we go. All right, and make sure you can feel if you're pulling too tight. So don't pull tighter than you should. You know if you're pulling too tight for a style, and if it's gonna give you a headache, or if it's gonna cause your hair to, you know, be hurting because you're pulling it too tight. So just be conscious of how tight you're pulling. I want that lock. Can't tell what the part looks like, but it felt like it should be in here. All right, so again, we're going back. And typically I would go faster than this, but for the sake of this video, I'm trying to go slower so that you can see what I'm doing. All right. Okay. And you're just going to continue that all the way down, adding in a lock or 2 each time you're twisting it. All right. And then once you've gotten all your locks in there, I don't think I sectioned it off all the way down to the bottom, but that's okay. Once you got all your locks in there, you will twist it on down to the bottom. And again, like I said, you can, depending on how long your hair is and how well it holds on its own, you can twist it all the way to the bottom and let it hold on its own, or you can put an elastic band to hold it. Whatever works best for you, right? Ooh. So there you go. I think I missed some, but there you go. That is how we achieve our flat twist on our Microlocs. And this works for traditional larger locks as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that like button so that I can tell what type of content you are enjoying, and also hit that subscribe button so that you can join the flock. And while you're here, stick around and check out some of my other videos that have popped up. I'll see you there.